Happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday, December 11th, and we are doing a little D&D 5e tonight, playing Empire of the Ghouls, a little Midgard campaign setting. And tonight, our DM, as usual, is Matakuri. So go ahead, take it away, Matakuri.
All right, thanks, Drake. So, welcome to the stream. This is session 6 of Empire of the Ghouls by Kobold Press, using Fantasy Grounds Unity, the new version, which is great. And as always, our sounds are provided by Sirenscape, which is always awesome. It's been a little while since we last played, so let's go around and let's do a brief recap, and then we're going to go around and do some character introductions. So in the last session, you guys descended into the Zobek catacombs, and sadly, you lost a party member. Alas, poor Dick Pick. After fighting your way through various undead and baby spiders, you found your new party member, Lascaw, tangled up in the web of a crypt spider. Then you discovered two individuals behind the door. Bursting in, you eventually killed a gray skinned assassin named Creel, and the other person, a pale woman, fled down the tunnel. After pursuing her, the party eventually came across an ogre ghoul and decided to retreat. Now, on the body of Creel was a little note, which you were able to read.
We didn't retreat,
All
we
right, so
strategically fell back. That's what
yes, strategically decided to run away.
it
And so let's do some quick character introductions, including our new character. So let's start with Blink.
All right. Blink is a kobold artificer. So he is good with machines and traps and lots of various tools of different kinds. Um, he's smart even for a kobold, or for despite being a kobold, I guess I should say. Um, and yeah, he is interested in what else is going on down here, and hopes to find out tonight.
All right, last call. You're muted, Jeremiah.
Sorry about that. Kaka. Laska is a drunk and a gambler, and he pretty much just likes to start crap. He goes in the bars, tries to start fights so he doesn't have to pay, but he's got money. He's just kind of a jerk. Um, he's an insult comic. That's his bard skill, and even if his insults are good, he always insults people in their own voice, or if he knows it, a lover's voice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's just here to have fun.
He's like a banny rooster. Just just an asshole.
All right, Quint.
Hey, I'm Drake. I'm playing Quint, who is a Shadow Fae rogue. His parents are, well, they're unknown location currently, but they were part of the Krakowian royal envoy. They weren't royalty, but they worked for the royalty, and he had to flee Cracovia and when the ghouls took over. So he is a rebel, and he is currently trying to figure out how he can help uh, this battle. But he's only a lowly second level rogue, so he's gonna have to get some levels before he can do that. But Quint likes to stay in the shadows and shoot shit, so that's what he likes to do.
All right, Tarian.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm playing Tyrion, and he is a halfling barbarian. So he likes to just, he's a pretty happy guy typically, not super angry, but to get into his rage to fight, he has to kind of work himself up a little bit. Sometimes he gets help from his friends to get worked up. He isn't from the city, and so he just is kind of joining up, trying to get experience and make friends. And it's pretty sad to lose his best friend, Dick Pick, but I'm sure uh, but he probably won't make as good friends with Lascaux. We'll see.
All right. And last but not least, the unnamed.
All right. Well, the unnamed was given to the temple at a young age when a disease overtook his body, started withering away his muscles and his bones. And the unnamed is actually the title of the diviner within the temple, the soothsayer, teller of fortunes, the mouth of the deity. And so he's grown up in almost as nobility and royalty within the temple. Everything's been handed to him and done for him. Now he's out on his own and sort of trying to learn his way. He likes running around with the little Pringles snack can of whoop ass that is Darren. Um, and he also was very fond of his little rat friend, ranger friend. Um, the three of them got along really well during their caravan time together. Um, and so the unnamed also has the pleasure of leading the party in missed spells and fumbles.
Uh,
So
Tyrion would also like the unnamed to know that he's thinking very hard to help him come up with a name. So hasn't forgotten about that.
yes, I am. He is the unnamed simply because he's not been given a name by anyone else, and so he's sort of keeping his eye out and his ear out for something that might apply to him.
He's so skinny though. Top of the list is 2D, kind of like R2D2, but just 2D.
All right. Thank you. So when we left off, you guys had basically cleared out the catacombs, um, gotten all the treasure, and killed all the monsters that you were able to find. So what would you like to do now?
Did we were we gonna take a long rest or short rest or what were we doing?
When we ended, you guys had talked about going back and regrouping, maybe taking a long rest.
Yeah, I'm out of spell slots and only have 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple healing potions, but I don't know if we want to burn those.
And we don't know. All we know is there's a really big ogre over there, right?
Right.
Because only a couple of us saw it. The rest of us just okay. We're leaving.
Now I have 6 hit points.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Yes, as does the unnamed.
You owe me one.
well, we could take a short rest and burn hit die. How are we doing on hit die?
Yeah, I got both mine still.
Well, maybe that's the call.
You still owe me
What time
one.
of day is it?
We all look at our watch. It's dark 30.
It's you're underground.
I woke up down here.
Yeah. Today's a day?
Yeah, but I mean, we
Right
have no idea
now,
how long you've
it's
been
roughly
wandering
6
around.
p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 6 p.m.
Hmm. I'd say I vote for keep going. But that's
Yeah.
the rogue that doesn't need spells.
If we can at least take a short rest, yeah, we can try. Because I've still got cantrips. I can just sit in the back and shoot fire at stuff.
It is already evening. I say we go back, get some food, get some rest. Some of us could use a shower. As I stare at
Yeah,
a couple people in the group.
you know those people are never going to shower. And our kobold friend is still waiting up top at the farm, isn't he? He might think we die if we don't go back.
No, this was the farm was a different underground map where you found Quarrel. This was a map that
Oh,
Quarrel led you to after you met with King Kodo Cragmaw.
oh, right. That's right. Sorry.
let's see. Well, I think Tarian's actually kind of clean though from the gelatinous cube, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I took a bath.
So
Drippy,
this way is
sweaty.
up the.
Yeah, that's the exit. Just
Where
let
does it
me
go
know if
to?
that's where
I'm
you want to
trying to
go.
remember.
It goes out into another part of the catacombs and then out to the city. So you'll be back out in the city.
And where in the city
Into
were we?
Zobek.
Or how far were we from?
The Kobold Ghetto, right near.
Oh,
You entered the catacombs from the Kobold Ghetto.
well, I say we do that then. Go get a long rest and let the whole place repopulate.
That works.
Sounds good.
Right? It's
All
like,
right.
you know, it's like, wow, if you leave and you come back, you got to kill them all again. It's just to start over.
All right, so you guys are going to head back up, and you have no trouble. You don't run into anything along the way. Go ahead and spend your evening. So I'm going to go ahead and push a long rest to you guys, which you guys get with no trouble.
All right. I feel 2 hit points better than I did last night.
All right, it is the next day at 6 a.m. ish, and the Kobold Ghetto is starting to wind down as the evening comes to an end and people are getting ready to go to bed.
Do we want to head back down there and see if that what was that giant thing at the end of the corridor?
Yes. I would like to engage that undead thing in combat and kill it.
All right, let's go for it.
All right, so you guys start heading your way down the tunnel again, and let me throw everybody onto the map.
Oh yeah. Snap into a undead catacomb.
And the map is locked. Are you moving stealthily, unnamed, or are you just wandering?
I have a light source, so I have my lantern, so I'm not stealthy.
So you're going in the front with the lantern? Sounds like a poor plan to sneak up on somebody.
Well, I think he clearly isn't trying to sneak up
Yeah.
on somebody. Just going
He
in
wants
guns
to see what's
blazing.
going on first.
All right, so you walk forward with your lantern, and very quickly you see that there is, in fact, a large ghoul there. And his eyeballs pick up as he sees the light, and we're going to roll initiative. Blink.
All right. Has the unnamed said anything like, "Oh, he saw me,"
He
or
just
anything?
walked up with his lantern, kind of showing it. Here I am.
I can't see it. He's out of my range.
All right. So I'll kind of stealthily move down.
Okay.
And I assume I can tell that these things have seen us then.
They've certainly kicked up
At this
a ruckus at this point.
We hear something. That's
Yeah, it's
Sirenscape.
making noise.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's just get started. I'm going to take a shot at this thing.
All right.
Ooh.
Bolt slams into this thing. Firebolt burns a nice star pattern all over its chest. Kind of singes the hair away a little bit.
And I actually want to stay right there, so I'm done.
All right, so am I correct? There is no light in the room they're in?
There is no light, no.
Okay, but his firebolt, at least let me see what he hit.
Yeah, you should be able to
So
see
I'm
it
going
from where you
to
are.
turn and step out of the way and touch Tyrion. The blessing of Sif upon you.
Thank you, friend.
Oops, that was the wrong one. I'll fix it in a second.
Okay, and this guy, he turns around and he starts doing something with the door.
All
Looks like
right.
he's jiggling or messing with the lock or something.
I will move up. And I can see the cultist from here, right?
Do you have dark vision?
Don't. Is it a dark room?
It's completely dark. The only light source is behind you, carried by the unnamed.
All right.
Well, Tyrion also has a light source.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, right.
So that's.
What's the range on that?
Let me double check. Bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim light an additional 5 feet.
All right. Yeah, you can't see him at all.
I'm not really seeing anything.
It's basically just lighting Tyrion up as a target.
It's a beacon.
um.
Well, what's Unname's lantern? It's just 30 and 20 and 20, so
30 feet, bright light.
and 30 feet dim. So yeah, about 60-ish. Yeah, no, barely.
Yeah.
See
I
some
don't know
movement.
if it extends that far.
For a hooded lantern?
I think it's 20 dim, if I remember correctly.
So I probably can't see it here at all. That's the consensus.
You can hear. I would
Yeah.
say
It's 30 and 30. 30 bright, 30 dim.
Okay, so I can just see the.
Yeah, you can just barely make him
ogre.
out.
And I knew he was here. I think I was one of the people that saw him last time. So I am going to just get. Oh, so I can't see him. But I think I'm going to try to just go based on the assumption that he's still kind of in the middle of the room where I saw him last time. And I'm going to just try to chuck something at him. I'm going to chuck a javelin at him.
All right, let's apply the blinded effect to you. And then you should be able to make that at disadvantage. Despite being such a large target, it clangs on the door behind him.
And shockingly, I missed. Alright. And you know, just knowing that this thing is such an abomination, I'm gonna get pretty ticked off and I'm gonna go into my rage. Alright, I'm done.
All right. Well, starting off as a bonus action, I'm going to give you some bardic inspiration since you're in the front. And I like tiny people that get angry. I'm going to scoot up there to see if I can see anything, which I probably won't be able to.
What's your dark vision?
Where is that hidden?
Oh.
You do not
He's-
have dark vision.
And he's 65 feet away.
Yep, so you wouldn't be able to see them at all at this point.
Okay, well, I can't do much, so I'm just going to dart back like a coward.
All right. So, out of the darkness, Tyrion, you hear this loud growl and this rumble as this ogre ghoul charges. And he's going to run over to this move. All right, he's going to run right up next to you. And he can't actually do anything because he had to use his dash to get there. You were just outside of his movement range.
Quint is going to... He's going to move to here, and then he's going to use his shadow step, and he's going to shadow step to here as a bonus action, and then he is going to, since he's not in the light, he is going to try to shoot the guy in the back with his short or longbow. Hopefully having advantage. If not, then I'll take it regular. I can't really stealth though, since I used my bonus action. What do you think? Advantage or no?
No. Not in
Oh.
this case.
On the cultist. Twang! But I do hit him with my longbow in the back. For... Oh, that's enough though.
All right, so you hit him with your longbow solid right in the back, and he slumps over. He's kind of hanging, and it looks like there's a bar going across the two doors that you can see. And he was messing with the padlock that seems to be on those on that bar right now. You're not sure if he added it or was trying to take it off, but he was messing with it.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to keep us out. Because the bar and the padlock's on this side. And then I pass my turn.
I'm gonna go up there as long as Tyrion stays between us. And I'm going to try to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on this guy.
Just as a reminder,
Nice.
This is what the ogre looks like.
Ew.
Well, now he's on the ground laughing hysterically.
Okay. That is too funny. Wait, is that a charmed effect?
Perceives a creature your choice you see within rage perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls a little.
Enchantment.
It's enchantment, but it's not charmed.
No.
Okay. Because it's immune to charm, but not immune to enchantment.
Well, I'm glad he's not immune to humor.
He thinks
Even
it's
Oak.
hilariously funny.
He does have an intelligence of 4 or greater, right?
He does, yes.
All right.
He's not a zombie.
Oh, he's incapacitated. Nice.
All right, so I'm going to run up, bring up, and I'm going to put the lantern down in the square behind me, and then step forward and attack it with my hook.
Okay. All right. You reach down with your hook, and it's easy to get him. He's a very large target. You tear off a big chunk of bicep, ripping through it. And the ogre is incapacitated, but before actually that last claw, because he took damage, could you go ahead and give him another save?
Alrighty. Can I just do the?
Just do the saving throw part.
Oh, he didn't think that was
All
funny.
right. Yeah, he didn't think that was terribly funny. So he is no longer incapacitated. So let me remove that. And he's going to stand up. And he is going to attack the unnamed. Because
Wait,
that wasn't funny.
Wait, you
It was a little
I
funny.
you got me targeted.
Yeah, I got the ogre. I had you clicked when I
Yeah,
targeted
or
unnamed.
selected,
So,
I should say.
yeah. All right, so he stands up and he takes a swipe at you with his claws and rakes you kind of straight across your chest, doing some slashing damage.
Ow, maximum damage. Ouch.
Maximum damage. And you feel this poison coursing through your veins, but you manage to shrug it off. And in addition to this swipe, he reaches out and he tries to bite you. But he misses. You are just a little bit able to dodge underneath the bite as it drools kind of all over you, this nasty, disgusting black drool coming out of his mouth.
Blink is going to take a moment to line up a shot with his crossbow at this thing.
That is a hit. Unfortunately, it just kind of goes through one of his ears and
Use the pointy
arrow.
end.
Oh, I had the arrow went backwards again.
All right, I am going to try to take a nice whack at this guy with my battle axe.
Some shin attacking. Disadvantage.
How did you have disadvantage? You're blinded. You shouldn't have had disadvantage. Either way, you hit, right?
Well,
Yeah.
so we'll just take it.
Blinded by the. Ooh,
You're in the
almost
light now.
max.
Even blind, I could not miss
Well,
this
both
guy.
rolls hit, a 14 and a 15, so both rolls would have hit it.
Well, Quint's gonna fall back to here, and as he shoots an arrow at this ghoul in the back, twang, and hits right in the.
All right. Quote Diablo Bob, you shoot him right in the taint. So.
And that's it. He's down.
All right. So you shoot him kind of right in the back, and he stumbles over and he kind of falls on top of the unnamed Antarian, kind of crushing them slightly underneath his gigantic weight. Um, but he is dead.
Now I need a shower.
Caca.
That was hilarious. Seeing that guy fall on you. Oh, I guess I'll heal you a little bit.
Quint's gonna look at this door and reach down and take the keys off the guy that was fumbling with the padlock.
Okay. Make
Because
a perception check for me, please.
perceiving.
Yeah.
Well, I am pretty skilled in that.
All right. Thank you. So when you're going through, you easily find that he has a key to the lock. That's not the issue. But as you're kind of messing with the door, you hear voices coming from beyond the door. They're very faint, but it's almost like there's a musical quality to it. Like there's some low level chanting going on. You also smell something funny. There's like a funny. It kind of hits you in the back of your throat, acrid smell, um,
I think
wafting in from underneath the door.
perhaps there's a seance and they're burning candles or something in there.
Laska's going to start beatboxing with the chanting.
Maybe we should be prepared for combat.
Has it been less than a minute? Do I still have my stuff on?
Well, rage ends if you go around without making an attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I'll
Sorry.
kick the barbarian in the head a couple times. Does that help? Does it
We'll
keep
get in a
the
little
barbarian mad?
fist fight.
Spar, punch.
Do a point of damage.
Queens, does this person you're standing over have anything on him? A key, perhaps?
This key? Ding, ling, ling, ling.
Yes, he does have a key, and in addition, there's some stuff kind of laying around. The acolyte seemed to be ignoring it, but there's a few weapons and items just kind of scattered around there, which I will go ahead and add to the party sheet. You managed to scrounge up. Oh, we got some stuff in the party sheet that was not disposed of. Breastplate, longsword, ringmail, scimitar, shield, and a war pick. So a number of old weapons that apparently were left by previous adventurers who decided to take on the ogre.
290 silver ingots. Wouldn't we have left some of that back at the end?
Yeah, I got these big old backpacks. We'll leave them in the party sheet for now. All right, so you're at the door. The padlock is locked.
So I'm going to check this lock to make sure it's not trapped.
All right, give me an investigation check.
I don't know if you have the dice tower extension on or no.
I do not. That's okay. It went into the dice tower.
Well,
So
I dropped it in there, but I didn't know if it was on or not.
No, I turned that one off.
Yeah, me too.
You peek through it. You do everything you can to take a look at it, and you're not able to see any traps of any kind.
So I, as quietly as I can, I'm going to try to unlock it and remove this bar.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, I pick up my javelin.
Okay. So yeah, you are really quiet. You manage to unlock. You squirt a little bit of oil in there. You borrow from Blink and unlock the thing just right. You know, very gently pick up the bar. You don't drop it on your foot or anything like that. And you're able to set the bar down. Super quiet. And the door is openable.
So I'm gonna try to squeak it open and peer in with my dark vision. I'm like, shh.
All right, it is now open. And here's what you see in front of you. Give me a second to describe it. Um, so what you see in front of you, the sweet smell of incense fills this expansive chamber. In addition to that weird acrid smell that you are sensing, two rows of columns line a well-traveled walkway towards a dais at the far end of the hall. Here at the far end of the hall, a young woman is bound and pinioned to a stone pillar. Large braziers surround her, casting a pale light while billowing strange violet plumes of smoke into the dank undercity air. Over a dozen people in white and red robes look on as a voluptuous, crimson clad woman gesticulates above the chained maiden with a ceremonial spear. That's this lady right there. Uh, this is kind of a
Is that the woman we saw before?
so the woman you see holding the spear is not the pale woman that you saw earlier. However, the pale woman that you did see uh, is in the room. She is actually behind the braziers, behind there, and this is what she looks like. If you remember her, she's an albino woman. So also in the room, there is the woman who's bound up, manacled and chained to the stone pillar. She is flanked by a couple of cultists who are holding on to her. This lady, the fine dressed woman, she is holding on this kind of a nice looking silver spear. And as she's dancing around, every so often she pauses and reaches out with the spear and cuts the bound woman and puts these little tiny nicks and cuts so that she's slowly bleeding from dozens of little cuts all over her body. Um, there's a bunch of people kind of watching around nearby, chanting along. And here in the back is this Felixia. Um, and then there's also, where are they? These two, the two that are standing besides the plainclothed woman. Um, those are elf marked. They're the Midgard version of half elves, and they look extremely alike. Like they could be twins, except one's male and one's female. Um, and so that is what you see when you peek and open the door.
True
What do you all
to
want to do?
size underwear. I like this guy over here. True to size underwear.
I'm
Uh,
really
oh,
I'm really curious how we know that just by looking at it.
yeah.
The
That's all he's wearing.
oh, okay, that makes sense then. The plainclothed woman. It, do we recognize her? I'm wondering if maybe that is the woman that my kobold friend is accused of kidnapping.
You have not seen her before, so you don't know who she is.
Does she fit the description of the missing woman?
She does fit the description. Everything you heard about the description, she absolutely. Any invisible creatures? Yep, there are no invisible creatures in the room.
Guess there's too many good-looking women. Everybody gets just enamored, except for the pious one.
What kind of lighting is in here?
So the entire room is kind of dimly lit, except for around the braziers themselves. All of that light area is brightly lit. So you can see the light kind of making this weird colored circles around
Mhm.
as there's a one of the braziers is burning purple, one's burning orange, one's burning green, and one's burning red, and they're each giving off a different hue of light, and it's this weird mixture, as well as the smoke coming off is all different colors. Right. So this guy is not yet aware that anything is going on. He is still standing there holding that lady. Unnamed.
So are these colored areas of the map what's lit?
That's brightly lit. The rest of the room is dimly lit.
All right, so I'm going to leave. Well, actually, no, this is the Lantern of Revealing, so I'm going to bring it with me. But I'm going to. Let's see, is there. All right, so what do you know what type of action it is to close the shutter on the hooded lantern?
It
So
would
I
be
mean,
a free object interaction.
all right, so
You
I'm
get
going to
one
do
free
that,
object interaction.
and then I'm going to
Okay.
move up. 10, 20, 30. Over to here, I am going to pray to Sif, grabbing my holy symbol, and this mist appears around me, and I'm suddenly moving faster as I use my burst of speed. So I'm trying not to make noise. I am aware I'm carrying a lantern. It still shines a little bit, but I'm just trying to wait for everybody else to get in the room and get set up.
All right. So this guy, this cultist here, he is still chanting. He's not really paying attention to what's coming through the door. This lady is still hanging from the chains. There's nothing she can do.
Well, not with an attitude like that.
So strawberry blonde mustache ends. This guy is standing there, and he looks a little uncomfortable. I mean, he's standing there. The robes don't look like they quite fit just right, and he's nervously kind of glancing around, not really sure what's going on. And this guy also, he's kind of standing right near the edge of this light, and you see him every once in a while kind of as he coughs from this smoke that seems to be coming by. All right. So this lady, oh my goodness, she's got a lot of junk. She yells out to her fellow people in there that there are intruders, and she's got too many things. Okay. Start range. This is one of those that has too many options. Okay, so you are within range. So she comes up to here. targets you, unnamed. She needs to be one step closer. And she targets you, chants a little bit, and this brilliant bolt of energy flies out of her hands and streaks towards you. And you just manage to duck out of the way as it slams into the wall and leaves this huge burn mark all across the wall. She ends her turn. Okay, this guy, he is obscenely robust, extra large, and he screams and just freaks out and kind of drops to the ground, and he's got his hands over his head, and he's, ah, what's going on? As he cowers in fear. And this one, who is it? Where is it? Okay, yeah. What is that? Okay, so this one is in range. And this one turns around, sees you, and he starts chanting, or she starts chanting, this kind of thin little elf lady, half elf lady. And this kind of burst of energy comes out of her and touches the 4 cultists standing around as she casts Bless on them. Problem with having too many NPCs. This commoner is also freaked out and actually runs up this way. And this woman, the woman who's kind of dancing around with the purple spear, she doesn't seem to even be aware that you guys are there, as she kind of still dances around, just moving without a care in the world, in this kind of circle around the pillar, again slicing the lady that's chained up just a tiny bit. All right, now cultist, he knows he's being invaded right now, so he is going to run and dash to there. That's his move. All right, Tyrion.
All right. I was trying to decide if I should just run in here, just yelling. I think I'm gonna. So I think I'm just gonna run, and then I can make it up to here. Maybe I'll at least try to get behind a pillar a little bit.
Maybe rage. I don't know. Get mad. Get
Yeah.
mad.
As I'm running, I'm like, these guys are really pretty bad. I probably should be angry right now. Why am I not more angry? And then I'm not gonna rage.
Every time I think of that, I think of dodgeball. Get angry.
And that's it.
Small.
All right, and this small commoner, she's freaking out, and she is going to run to the south. And run out down that corridor. It's louder than I want it to be. And Waxy Full Beard is going to come running to there. And he's kind of stumbling over himself, stroking his beard as he runs.
All right. This so that woman who cast bless. Does Blink know what that is? Would he know enough to know what she cast?
Give me an Arcana check. Do you know the bless spell? I mean, your character.
He does not. No.
Yeah, with a 23, sure. You recognize that you've probably seen something like this before. Maybe at some point in your travels, the unnamed cast bless for you.
Which one
So you
cast
might
it?
recognize it. It was the elf woman.
All right.
Uh,
So then my next question is that brazier that she's behind. Does I assume that's going to give her some kind of cover if I try to shoot at her?
No.
No. Oh,
No.
okay. Well then, I'm not going to move, and I'm going to line up my shot, which will give me advantage, so it'll negate the disadvantage from my long range on my crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take a shot at her.
oh, I saw a 20.
Oh, yeah, hit. From long range. But she makes her concentration check, maintaining bless on her cultish friends.
Let's
She
see.
stumbles back, kind of burns herself a little bit on that red brazier.
Quint wants to try to get advantage on the fine-dressed woman that's not paying any attention. Is she distracted enough that he would have it, or does he need to try to get stealth?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
All right. As far as you can tell, she seems utterly distracted. She's not paying attention to anything going on around her. She's just dancing and twirling with this spear, completely ignoring everything else that's going on around you.
So
So yes,
as
you
he's
have
moving
advantage.
in, he's eventually going to get behind this pillar, but and then hide. But as he's moving in, he's going to fire an arrow at her.
Okay.
Why isn't the advantage button working? What the hell? There it goes. Oh, you moved me and I can't see her now.
Oh, here.
line of sight troubles.
Yep. All right, you slam into her with your arrow.
She's probably paying attention now, I would suspect. Yeah.
Nope. She's still not paying attention.
And
She
then
is still not paying attention.
finishes his move there, and as a bonus action, he is going to attempt to hide. And
Okay.
I'll pass my turn. I'll drop that in the tower for you.
All right. All right, you're successful.
I'm going to run up to there since I don't have much movement because I was too far back, probably peeing in the corner because I was still a little drunk. I'm going to use my ability of mimicry to make myself sound like about 30 guardsmen breaking up a bar brawl coming down the hallway behind me.
All right.
Then I'm going to duck right around the corner so that I can actually get within striking distance next time.
Okay. You're going around the corner to here?
Yeah, yeah. I'd be wide open,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of a coward.
Line of
so.
sight kind of stops movement if you try and move too sharp.
Sorry about
No
that.
problem. All right. Mr. Accommodating Lith is going to come running up because he saw something moving this way. So he's going to move up to there. And that was his move. He couldn't do anything else because he had to dash to get there. And the cultist who is only wearing his underwear does come running out to here.
And they're big tidy whities, aren't they? They're big ones.
Hey, Jingo. Tidy whities, but they're a little brown right now. Negative
They're
footwork.
well fitting. They just need to be laundered.
Yes. Negative footwork is scared to death, and he runs over here and runs up that hallway there. This guy goes running too.
How does he always go first? What the hell?
I'm blessed, that's why. So I'm going to move up 30 feet. And then I'm going to actually I'm moving up 10 more feet
Okay.
because I forgot my speed is 40. And then I'm going to shoot at this cultist. And Jingo gave me advantage, so that cancels the disadvantage.
Okay. That's a hit. Right in
Alright, so
his
as I move
beautiful
up,
left eye.
It's just one left eye, though.
hardly even
Yeah.
sees the movement so
His right eye's
fast as
ugly as
this
heck.
thing comes slamming into him.
All right. He screams in pain. His blood goes pouring down over his left eye that you've now maimed.
And it's beautiful.
Not anymore.
I'm gonna go up to that pillar that's closed.
Okay.
Then I'm going to try to cast Vicious Mockery on this cultist. I'm gonna make a sound of his chanting, but all sing-songy. Super disrespectful.
Thought you were going to be insulting his underwear.
Oh no, those are fly.
Well, Quint wants to. Whoops. Peek out and take a shot at Blessy Elf Girl.
Okay.
What is that? 100 feet? Yeah, within range.
Now
Twang.
that's... Yep,
Hmm?
that's good.
Do I have any negatives since there's a
Nope.
cultist in the way? No? Twang.
Wait. Yeah. Be a -2, but whatever.
-2, okay. Well, I got advantage too, so that's going to help.
twang, you slam into this lady.
Try to concentrate on that.
And all of that gets expired and bless goes away. Thank you, Fantasy Grounds. I don't have to do anything.
And then Quint is going to move up to there and use his bonus action again to hide.
Okay.
And I'll drop down.
So this guy sees that you just killed his twin sister.
He just saw an arrow come out of the darkness kill his twin sister. Something.
Yeah. So he is going to.
Don't be mad. Now you're the prettiest.
Let's see. Who can he see? From where he's at, the only one who's really open is Tyrion and the unnamed. So he's going to take a couple of shots at the unnamed. He has a longbow, and he pulls it out, and he takes a couple of shots with his longbow. First one misses, and the second one also misses. And then he goes running off this direction. He goes around that corner.
All right. Blink would love to just stay out here and keep shooting arrows in, but there's a lot of stuff that he wouldn't be able to do if he did that. So he's going to come in. And then let's see, the one he can see that one probably the easiest. He's going to take a shot at this guy in his underwear, and it's making Blink a little uncomfortable.
All right.
All these big jabs running around without clothes on.
Oh!
Because he's got no armor on, it's super easy to hit him. All right. You shoot him right in the underwear. And this guy is going to... Here.
Accommodating lisp.
Where is he?
Right here.
He's the one who came up on Tyrion. So he is going to slash at you with his scimitar once and hit you. Slice while you resist, and again, which is blocked. You dodge out of the way, and he misses you. All right, this commoner sees the unnamed coming up and decides he's going to go the opposite direction as he runs over here and then up here to there. And we're going to leave her dead on the ground for now.
Has fallen as if dead. I like that. I like that.
Yes. Commoner, where's Hefty? Hefty's down there. And the waxy fullbeard has now seen Tyrion and Quint moving and decides he's going to move the other direction and come down here. Female elf marked human is elf marked is dead. Plainclothes woman is still chained up. Tyrion.
All right. I am gonna go after this guy because he, as he's attacking me, also is making me feel like accommodated, and I don't like that.
All right, you take a swing at him and you kind of cleave into his hip a little bit as he stumbles and falls down and does not get up again.
And I'm going to say accommodate that as I hack at him.
All right. This cultist is going to come up to you, but he's going to have to dash to do it so he doesn't get anything else. This one doesn't like being shot at, so he's going to run. Tyrion, you're going to get an attack of opportunity. Actually, he's going to go.
That would make
Just
more
like
sense
that.
to not run right by me.
You're right. And he's going to run up to Blink. Basically. All right, albino woman. This albino woman rushes down over to here where some of the dead bodies are and begins casting. Oh no, she's not going to cast that. Yeah, she's going to come over here and what does she want to target? Blink's been annoying her with his arrows.
I knew I should have stayed outside the room.
So she is going to target Blink again as this bolt of energy comes flying out of her hands as she casts her spell. And let's see if she hits. She hits Blink as this brilliant kind of a bright light smacks into you, doing 14 points of damage as she nails you with a guiding bolt. And this guy, button here, he comes running up to here, also surrounding Blink. Commoner is scared, so he's going to run. And so is this one, except he's going to come a little closer to where you guys were. Get around the corner there. Stand there. This guy, you see him run into another room. He runs, plainclothes woman, and the unnamed.
Top of the order again.
All right, so he is right in front of me. So I'm going to start with my hook. Lash out at him. It's already hurt.
All right.
And then I'm going to move up to help my
So
little
after you
friend.
maimed his left eye with your shuriken, then you turn around with your hook and you just gouged it out, right out of his head as you killed him.
Hello, thanks for the subscription, Engorgio. Nice. Quint sees that Blink just got blasted and there's like a big hole in his chest. He's a little concerned that he's got two guys on him. So he's gonna... No, not like that. He's gonna shoot at Dirty Bezier. I was hidden before, but I don't think I have stealth on this guy, do I?
On
Pretty
who?
much can see me.
Yeah, everyone can see you at this point.
Dirty Bezier. So I'm gonna shoot at him with my longbow, though. Oops. I don't know what that was. I missed. A 2, a 9 is a miss. I don't know why I had advantage. Do I still have hidden on me?
On.
Yeah, that's why. I still have hidden on me.
Yeah.
And I'm as well gonna move up and try to take some... What the hell?
Try that again.
Try to distract these guys by going... "Boo!"
All right.
Wet Willie.
All right. Dirty Beige Ear. He's going to attack Blink and swings with his scimitar and has advantage because of the guiding bolt, allowing him to slice the kobold right across the forehead, dropping him. And then he decides he wants to turn around and take a slice out of Quint.
Doesn't he look like another cultist?
Oh,
Quint? He's wearing too many clothes to be one of these cultists. As he slashes you for a tiny little bit of damage, you back up just enough to avoid most of the damage. Under their robes, you can already see that most of them are truly not wearing much clothes.
All right. Well, I guess I could just keep watching this murder in front of me, but I'm gonna try to help. So, but from here, I'm gonna shoot
Really?
some magic beer at the guy. Oh, and I missed. How embarrassing.
You missed, and there's beer all over the floor now. And Blink has failed his first death saving throw. All right, this fine dressed woman is still down. An albino woman. Wait 1 second here. All right, she starts chanting starts waving her hands over the corpses of some of these people that were right near her. And you see a couple of the corpses start moving.
Doo-doo. What's the Weekend at
And
Bernie's sound song?
do I think it's not that they've been healed? They're just now reanimated corpses.
None of the wounds that are on there, like the arrows are still sticking out of their forehead, or none of that's gone away. They're just jerkily starting to move. As we add a couple of zombies to the mix. I don't know how this one decomposed so fast, but All right, maimed left eye. Oh, he's dead. After you plucked his left eye out. Tyrion.
Okay, I am going to move up here. And I don't really like the looks of these zombies, so I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Okay. That javelin goes
Did
flying by.
did that roll twice?
Rolled at disadvantage.
Halfling advantage. So the reroll D1 was the halfling reroll. And so it did roll twice, and she got a 1 both times, it seems.
Wow. So I really did not hit this zombie. Alright. Well, I guess that's all I got.
You just threw your javelin in the thing. Ugh. Still in the leather.
It was one of the other bodies that you hit, not the zombie body. All right. So this guy is going to here. Well, true to size underwear, he is going to attack Quint. And he pulls and swings out his scimitar at Quint, slashing once and missing, slashing twice, and missing twice as Quint just dodges out of the way too easily. All right, this guy zombie when he was raised, his head just kind of swelled up. He's
Is that
big old
bobblehead zombie?
bobblehead. Yes, is a bobblehead zombie. As he comes lumbering, just kind of lumbering on over to about there. Doesn't seem to be in any big hurry.
Tyrion gets to
Alright.
go first.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been not going first for a while, so this new for this round. So I'm gonna move up, and I'm going to just try to really chop this guy's head off.
All right.
Oh, that was almost a crit.
All right. Smash into that zombie.
Alright,
Looks like a fairly fresh corpse.
and that's it.
All right. Cultist, true to size underwear. He's going to continue to take a swing at Quint. Once and twice. He just can't hit you for anything.
All right, so Inane is going to sort of slide around. And yeah, I'm going to take care of my friend first, so I'm going to reach down and touch Blink. Come, my
Thank you.
friend. It's not your time.
Blink kind of puts some of his insides back on the inside.
All right, this decomposed zombie turns over to Tyrion and then punches at you with his fist. Slams into you, doing a tiny little bit of damage. Kind of wipes across your armor a little bit, but doesn't really do a
So
whole
he
lot.
has the benediction on, so he can roll his d4
Who?
and take that away.
Oh, is that still on?
All right, so that takes away the 2 damage. So you would reduce that to 2. All right.
Thanks
Okay,
for reminding me. I was assuming it was gone.
Does that expire after that use, or is it still
Yes,
on
it's just
there?
a one-time use. And he can't choose to use it. It's the first time he gets hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Blink then conscious now will stand up and using Kobold Blindsider will get advantage on his attack against True to Size Underwear since Quint is next to him.
All right.
And he reaches out and tries to touch him and shock him.
You reach out and grab him right by the underwear and shock him so hard he falls to the ground dead.
1 damage. That's all.
That was
all
enough.
it took.
All right, I'm going to try to do vicious mockery on the dirty beige ear, pointing out that his ear is dirty in case he didn't know.
I washed it last week.
Aha.
Fails his saving throw.
Maybe it's because it's so huge and ugly. And I'm going to try to dart up and keep this pillar between me and the little party they have going on there.
Okay. All right, dirty beige ear. Let you do your move. Dirty beige ear is still going to attack Quint, but obviously with disadvantage on this first roll. Aw, and he hits anyway.
Damn.
Finally, somebody hits Quint, slashes at it for 2 damage.
I got hit already for 2 damage.
Second swipe rolls a 1. He was just so distraught at his dirty ear being called out on it. All right, Quint.
Well, Quint is going to, with his bonus action, dip away from this guy, but as he's fading back, he's going to take a shot at him with his longbow. And he's
Are
dead.
you disengaging?
Yeah, as a bonus action. Yeah.
Okay. As you splatter brains all over Blink.
Blink has no problem with that. In fact, he kind of like licks the brains off his own face with his long tongue.
All right. So
Ew.
the albino woman, first thing she does is, as a bonus action, she reaches into a pouch at her waist, and she pulls out something. It seems small, kind of brown and furry, and she chucks it all the way across the room. And as this little brown furry ball starts flying through the air, it unfolds, and it's a monkey. And as this monkey flies through the air, you notice it's got two big handfuls of disgusting, wet, creamy poop. And it chucks them both and nails Sven and Blink right. It's a straight shot, nailing both of them right in the face. And that was Clyde, thanks to Ingorgio.
I think these descriptions get just a little bit grosser every time.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right. So as her action, since that was going to be her bonus action, what is she going to do? She doesn't like Tyrion getting close. And she turns to you and speaks a word. And let's pull this up. And yells at you, and you take a saving throw. Why did it go twice? Oh, she
They
targeted
had Blink targeted too.
Well, you
But they both
made
made
your
it.
saving throw. So you are not incapacitated for 1 minute. As she tries to cast Hold Person on you and fails. And she begins backing up to there. And I think we'll go to the end of the round and then we will take a break. So Zombie is going to come wandering over and attack Tyrion, slamming and missing and dodging Tyrion. And with that, we're back at the top of the round, and this will be a good time for a 10-minute break.
10-minute break? All right, cool. Well, I am going to start a timer then for 10 minutes. Let's see, 21:40. And we're going to be right back. So you guys can go away, but come back. Especially all you guys in chat. Yep. We are back for some more 5e D&D. Take her away, Matakuri.
All right. Well, top of the round, it's last call.
Yes. Go up to there. And I think I'm going to try to viciously mock Big Head. I mean, there's a pretty easy target there.
All right, you failed.
And he's sensitive about it.
I have a condition, okay?
This, my head is bigger than my body.
Yeah, he's like a tween girl. He knows exactly what makes you upset and targets in on it. No empathy. And he's just going to go back behind the pillar to stay hid.
All right.
Blink 182.
All right, Blink's gonna move up, try to kind of hide behind the pillar a little bit, get a little bit of cover.
Okay.
Now, can I see the albino woman from here, or is this
Absolutely.
raised? Okay, this raised area isn't.
It's
blocking.
only about 2 feet up. It's
Okay.
not high.
In that case, yeah, I want to take a shot at her. Actually, yeah, I'll just take a firebolt shot at her.
Okay. That's a hit. Let's use Singe her.
Oops, I dropped something. Hold on 1 second. All right. Quint is going to target this big head because he wants to shoot that guy in the head. And shoot him with his longbow. And critically damage him. And then he's also going to move over to there.
All right.
And pass his turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go after Big Head, because he's looking pretty messed up.
It's a big arrow stuck in his big head.
I will just try to chop his head off with my axe.
All right. Even with a 5, you hit because he's a zombie. And as you slash into him, he goes down for just a second. Seems like he's going to topple over and then straightens right back up.
And his head's like wobble, wobble, wobble.
He's a weeble, damn it.
Stupid zombies.
It's kind of half hanging off his neck at this point, too, so it's really wobbling, kind of flopping.
Can't quite pick it straight up anymore.
It keeps opening up. You can see the flesh inside.
All right, so I'm going to run forward. And again, it's with quick movement, I'm going to shoot out a shuriken. It's going to be at disadvantage.
Nice. A 3, a 2, and you still hit. Oh, it dies.
And this time when you hit him, he stays down.
All right, so it'll hit that last ligament. I was holding him together as I run forward.
Nick that last little bit. The head falls down and it's so heavy it just breaks his foot on the way down. All right, commoners.
Jingo bought Blink a magical item.
Ooh,
Very
Blink.
nice.
Thank you,
You
sir.
have that table. Here you go. You can go ahead and roll that in chat.
A potion of resistance.
Potion of
Nice.
resistance, but what kind?
Force.
You don't have
What was the guiding bolt? That's what it needs to be. Whatever that was.
it. Here, roll on that one.
I went in and changed a couple on the table to make them so I don't have to roll again.
A potion of force
That's what he said.
resistance.
It's always force. I don't know why.
All right.
Awesome. Worth a little bit of money. Nice.
That
Yeah.
adds your character sheet. Nope. Oh, yeah, it did.
It's just not ID'd. That's why I usually throw it in the
Press
party
down.
sheet. Let them take it out because I can just hit the ID button.
All right, there you go. Okay, so now it is the albino woman's turn. And she walks back to this pool behind her. And she goes back there. You take a little bit of a closer look. And this is what the pool looks like. And it's filled with this reddish liquid that you're not quite sure what it is. None of you are close enough to really tell. And she dips one hand down into the pool and comes up with a large amount of it and begins drinking it. As you see this reddish fluid dripping down her chin, down onto her white clothes, as she grins, turns around, and blasts guiding bolt at the unnamed and misses. So it goes skittering past the unnamed.
I mean, I don't really blame her. Pool upkeep is a pain in the ass.
You also notice that the little tiny wounds that she had suffered before appear to be gone. All right, zombie is going after Tyrion still. One mind. Can't hit anything. He's so used to being alive, he doesn't know how to work this dead body.
All right, I'm gonna move up. And I want Tyrion to get close to this woman because I don't like her. So I'm gonna shoot at the zombie next to him.
Okay. You hit.
Ooh, maximum damage. And it dies.
And it
All right.
goes down and stays dead.
Go get her, Tyrion.
Thicker.
I'm going to run up along the side of this.
All right. Hold on just a moment. So as you run into that that mist, I'm gonna have you give me a saving throw. Give me just 1 second.
There's mist? I must have missed that.
All right, you run into the mist and immediately you get these weird, like, hallucinogenic sensations. The floor and the ceiling and everything just kind of shift and blur slightly. But you manage to kind of shake your head and clear it just enough that it doesn't seem to have taken a hold of you.
I'm kind of into it, actually. All right, now what I want to do is I want to shoot the beer ray at her, but I want to try to angle it so it puts this orange fire out. You know what I mean? Like shoot the beer water over, or shoot the beer over the.
Yeah, you'd have to either target the brazier itself or her. It wouldn't put it out.
Okay. Well, then I'll just do vicious mockery on her. Then I'm going to point out that she just messed up her beautiful white dress.
All right. And she scowls at you and then grins with this red fluid still dripping from her chin.
Ugh, gross. As a bonus action, I'm going to give another bit of bardic inspiration to Tyrion, hoping he can save me.
Tyrion hasn't used the previous bardic inspiration.
Oh. Well
Thanks,
then,
thanks anyways. I'll use it.
I still want you to save me. Request stands.
All right. The albino woman now kind of coated from her chest down with this red sticky fluid that's dripping down her front and smiling this horrific grin, uh, looks over at you, last call, and she sends a blast your way. And this time she hits you with it, blasting you for 13 damage. You grant advantage on attacks.
Did she have advantage on that?
She
Mhm.
did,
Hmm.
which she didn't before.
She's juicy now.
She's been juicing. And she's going to step back up into the brazier smoke.
All right, I'm like super grossed out by this lady, and I am just really irritated by how gross she is. So I'm just gonna run right up to her. Maybe kind of get between her and the plainclothes woman. I don't want her to go stab her or something.
Okay. So as you run
Oh,
into that
oh,
area of the thickest smoke, give me a constitution saving throw, which you make. You are
good.
successful. So you also feel this really weird sensation kind of just hit you as you get close up to the braziers. It's especially strong where you're at, where there's 4 active braziers. The smoke is just pouring out of them, but you are able to shake it off this round.
Can I change my mind and move back a little because I don't want to lose my raged and throw a javelin at her instead of going right up to her?
Sure. All right, check it, adder, and miss. Quint.
So Quint is gonna step out of the shadows a little over here so he can see her. And take a shot at her.
Okay.
Uh, with his bow, when I can find it. There it is.
Nice shot.
Ah, nicking her. And
Just nicking her.
let's see, he moved 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to move around the corner over here.
Quint, you got to shoot her with the pointy end, remember?
And then he's going to use his bonus action to try to hide.
Okay. That'll be successful. There's nobody there to see.
I meant from her.
So you have the mist all throughout the room. Are we able to tell how far out the thick mist extends from the braziers?
You don't know. The only people who might know are Tyrion and Lascaw, who are affected by it.
Am I able to see sort of
Yeah,
the
you're hidden,
swirly eyes that
Quint.
Lascaw has?
Say that again? You see
The
on
swirly
Lascaw?
eyes that Lascaw has?
You can see him stumbling a little bit. Like, I mean, he's still kind of in control, but he's obviously being affected where he is
So I'm acting
by
normal.
something.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just assume he's drunk and don't worry about it.
All right, so I'm going to move up. Actually, hold on just a second. Make sure I know. I'm going to move up 30 feet and then look at Lascaw. And he's already drunk as it is, so I'm going to gesture toward him, and he's going to sort of stumble. Is he allowed to choose to fail the saving throw?
He can.
So he's just going to be moved 5 feet out, away from the smoke and mist,
Okay.
and then I'm going to move my last 10 feet.
I assume you are okay with that failing the saving throw? All
I
right.
think it's rude, but I'm not going to say anything.
The remote trip. Ha ha.
Ha ha.
He's not prone or anything. He just moves 5 feet.
Right.
Hopefully, he's out of the mist at this point, and that's it.
All right. Last caw.
Why is there two of him on the...
As you start your turn, you get pushed back, and where did you end up unnamed? Did you move again? Got a weird
Yeah, I'm
move
on my last
time.
10 feet, so it should be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was weird on my end.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like he skipped the
So-
whole section.
Laska, you, as you're pushed back and kind of fall backwards a little bit, you inhale a bigger mouthful, a bigger lungful of this smoke than you had originally intended to. And this time you failed your saving throw. So instead of whatever you were going to do, you fall to the ground coughing and choking, and you are incapacitated for 1 round.
Ugh, useless.
So when he coughs, does it sound like somebody else coughing? I mean, just saying. Does he have to mimic someone else's cough?
Didn't one of those cultists cough earlier? Sounds just like
Yeah.
that.
All right. So She's going to target Tyrion.
Uh-oh.
And force a saving throw, which Tyrion easily succeeds on. And Tyrion is not incapacitated for a minute.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought that was her attack roll against him.
That was Tyrion's save. Unnamed.
So it's gonna move up to here.
You have the last call targeted, FYI.
And I'm going to oh wait, no, I have one more turn left. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to throw my another shuriken as I move up. Whip out quickly.
Don't throw it at Tyrion. You threw it at Tyrion.
As you chuck a shuriken at Tyrion and miss. I assume you're attacking Felicia,
Yeah,
the
it was
albino woman.
You have Tyrion targeted. That's why.
That
There you
is a
go.
hit. So you chuck that shuriken and it slices across her cheek. And you notice blood is not coming out of her cheek. It's sliced clean, but there's no blood dripping down.
Quint is going to do the pokey poke and peek out and shoot at her with a
Minus two
two.
for not shooting Tyrion.
Yeah. I'm like, well, Tyrion's kind of short, so it's minus 1.5, but I'll have to round up.
Or D&D, we got to round up.
With his longbow twang with advantage, doing 10 points of damage to her. And he is going to move over behind this pillar.
Okay.
And bonus action, hide again.
Tyrion, give me a saving throw. All right, Tyrion, you also are overcome with this.
Can I use
stuff.
my bardic inspiration on this?
Ooh.
Sure. Do you have to declare that before the roll, or
No.
I don't
Well,
think
Alright.
you're supposed to declare before you know if it's a success or
you
not.
know the
but-
result? So go
I
ahead and give
see.
me a roll of d6.
14?
Well, her
Oh, wait.
save was an 11, so that means a grand total of 15, and the DC was a 14, so you succeeded.
Nice.
Thank you for that, God. I like this guy more and more all the time. I am gonna move up to albino woman, and I am going to try to, really hit her hard with my battle axe, but not to the point where I'd like chop her head off, because I'd love to keep her around for questions.
Oh, some.
You're gonna do non-lethal damage to yourself,
Damn
Whoops.
and the attack was to yourself. You would have hit her anyway, but
I don't know why I had myself targeted.
Unity.
So it was 6 damage, so we'll remove that and apply the rest of it to her.
Well, that damage was resisted because
No,
I'm.
The 6 was only applied to you. You rolled a 12.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
So you're taking away.
I'm going to
from me.
apply the full
Okay,
12 to her.
great. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Wait, why did you do 16?
Because I had 4 in the modifier box. There. It's all good.
At least you didn't kill her. Then
Okay,
you
I'm
have to
gonna.
fix all that.
I had the 4 from
And
the Bardic Inspiration in the modifier box.
I'm gonna try to avoid hitting myself next time, so I'm gonna, untarget myself right now.
We can't hear you, Blink.
Sorry, I was kind of talking to myself. I had an idea for what I was gonna do, but now that she seems like she's close to down, and I see, can tell Tyrion is holding back a little bit. But I'm gonna still go with my original plan. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire, and and drop it in a way that it just targets her.
Okay.
You don't need me to draw that, do you?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
And she fails. So she is now glowing albino woman.
And then
You've
I'm
given
gonna
her
hide
some color.
behind this pillar.
All right.
oh, Quint gets to
Quint.
go first. Well, I don't even need to know if I need to know if I'm stealth because she's glowing. I have advantage.
Yep.
So I'm gonna click. Do I need to click that? You think? Probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not.
Fairy Fire, I
Let's see.
don't think is automated to grant advantage.
It
Yeah, it says
says
grant advantage cannot be
grant
invisible. Oh,
advantage.
nice. Let's try it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Sweet.
That is a hit, and she falls back down off the little dais and
And
is
I was not pulling my
dead on the
shot
floor.
because I think she's
No, you
in league with
can't pull
undead.
ranged attacks.
Yeah.
You can only pull melee attacks.
And then Quint is going to move forward. Wait, he saw them coughing and shit, didn't he?
He certainly did.
So Quint's
Last call is
gonna
still
like.
on the ground.
Oh, last call went down.
Coughing. He inhaled
Uh,
a mouthful and then kind of fell down and couldn't move.
so Quint is going to, yeah, move over there and pull out a water skin.
Okay. And with that, we are out of combat. So the congratulations.
Nice.
You stopped some kind of ceremony and killed a whole bunch of cultists.
So
I want to put all
Quint's
these
gonna
rapiers out
try
with my
to.
beard.
I'm gonna try to drag Glassclaw out of the area.
Okay. You have no trouble. The effects basically are only going to be impacting you if you were having combat within the area, because you're breathing heavy and not being able to take care. But you can move around. Let me unlock the tokens. Tokens are now unlocked, so feel free to move about the map here, this section.
I'm going to walk over to this pool of Hawaiian Punch and look at it.
I'm gonna move up to
All
the
right.
plainclothed woman.
Okay. We'll start with the pool. I showed you the picture a little bit ago, and there's kind of above the pool on the wall is this relief of a large gargoyle's mouth. And there's this stream of crimson tainted fluid coming out of its mouth, dripping down into this pool, this wide basin. Um, you're not sure what the fluid is, but the liquid in this fountain appears to have been polluted by the blood of many creatures. You're not even sure if it could be entirely blood. And it swirls, and there's this strange red puffs, red fumes coming from the surface of the blood, and beneath its rippling surface.
So would I have heard anything about this type of rituals or this type of basin or monument, whatever, fountain, whatever it would be?
Give me a religion check. This will not be an easy one. All right. So no, you have not heard of anything like this with the 5 that you rolled.
All right.
All right. Quint, and you said you were over by this woman?
Yeah, the one that was on the being nicked and cut. He's gonna check her, see she's still
Okay.
alive,
So
untie
she
her or
is
whatever.
still alive. She looks absolutely exhausted. She's right on the verge of death. Um, but is too tired to even try and pick herself up. You know, she's hanging literally from the chains. They're the only thing keeping her up at all.
Do,
Uh, are they
do I think?
manacles?
Yeah.
Check around, see if there's a key. Check a couple of
All right.
the chick that was
Didn't
dancing around. Most likely would
didn't
be
the
my first
cultist have a
pick
key? Didn't you pick it up already?
for the
You
padlock.
picked up the padlock key from outside. Yeah. So yes, the some of the cultists. There is a number of items which are around, and I'm just going to throw them all in the party sheet. But you do find, after searching around the various people, the key to the door entrance, the padlock area that you came in, another one, um, and there is a key to the manacles that are holding her up. You do see that this lady in white, she does have a blood red ruby amulet that's carved in the shape of a tiny skull around her necklace. So there is that. There is also a chalice. It's kind of like a cup that's carved in the likeness of a human skull. Um, and so there's that. You're not sure what it's made of, and there is the silver spear which was carried by that one woman.
the the plainclothes woman.
Hmm.
Do I think that she's like that she needs healing, or that she just needs rest?
Probably both. I mean, she is actively bleeding from numerous wounds all over her body, but they're not like gushing wounds. They're these little rivulets of blood that are coming down and streaking everywhere.
All right. I uh, I I want to help her. And so I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to cast Tireless on her.
Okay.
So basically, the idea is that I'm hoping that this will relieve any exhaustion that's already on her, assuming it wasn't magical. and that she will then be able to walk out. And then if she needs additional healing, we can worry about that later.
Okay. Yeah, she looks up at you. She's obviously she's starting to recover just a little bit from the effects of your spell, but she's like, it's the physical exhaustion, the mental exhaustion, the wounds that she's got. She will be able to walk out, but it's not going to be easy on her.
Harrian will volunteer to carry her. And maybe the other couple bodies too, just to get them out of there. Just pile them on.
Okay.
So I'll walk over to Last Call, hand him the water skin. Here, my friend, you look fatigued. Take a drink.
I take a deep drink and spit it out. What is this, water? Ugh.
And as he's drinking it, I'm going to heal him.
All right. I've removed incapacitated.
Oh, thank you. I
Nice.
said it's water. Some more.
Last Caw and Blink, could you both give me a history check? Well, my goodness, you both are exceptionally good at your local trivia, local history. That woman that was carrying the spear, she looks very familiar. In fact, you both recognize her as being one of Zobek's city rulers. She is the consul, Milanka Vendemic.
Whoops.
And she is one of the highest ranking rulers. There's the head of Zobek, which is a dwarven lady, and then there is a group of about a dozen different consuls that make up the ruling council for the entire city, and she is one of those members.
So I look at Lascaux and I was like, so did they have a trivia night at the bar? Is that why you know that?
Probably. I mean, there was a time when everybody was yelling out answers to stuff, and I just started yelling stuff too, and then I got kicked out. That might be where I picked it up. Nah.
Perhaps we should bring her body back to the authorities, or we should toss her in a deep pit and not tell anyone.
We killed.
Those are the two options I think we have.
Hey, guards.
Either way, Blink says I should not be involved because there's enough trouble with the kobolds as it is.
Well, the kobolds are going to get blamed for this anyway if we don't tell someone.
Yeah.
This,
I think she,
What was that? I
Technically,
broke up.
do we think she's actually dead?
She certainly appears to be.
The arrow stuck in her neck.
She's not moving, and she's kind of stopped bleeding from the arrow wound.
It wasn't my arrow, was it? Did I kill her? It is the kobold's fault.
I mean, maybe we should leave the crime scene intact while we go to get the authorities.
The holy symbol that Felixus is wearing, it says it's a symbol of the Red Sisters. What do we know of the Red Sisters?
The Red Sisters, where did you see that on?
The Felix's ruby holy symbol.
Oh, yeah. So that's a holy symbol of the goddess of Marina. She is one of the evil goddesses of...
Because we've seen this already, I think.
You have seen this before.
On the chick outside the warehouse, wasn't it?
Yes. She is the goddess of winter, goddess of lust, sickness, and death. She's nicknamed the Blood Maiden, and she is one of the patron deities of the Greater Duchy of Morgau, the kingdom of undead. Her domains are death, justice, and lust. She's one of the very dark gods.
She's a divorce lawyer?
So the female that we rescued, what's her name?
The female that you rescued, you talked to her,
Rosalind.
and That's exactly right. She introduces herself. She is Rosalind Turner, and she's a human. And she says she looks over at the console and says, "If you can save her, please save her. I don't think she was in her right mind. Um, she wasn't. She was behaving very oddly the entire time."
I'll do a medicine check. I have a healing kit as well. I'll see if there's anything I can do.
Okay, give me a medicine check. That is not good enough. No, there really isn't anything you can do.
Well,
Does she still look like sort of semi-unconscious? Do I think a healing potion or spell would work?
She looks dead. In your professional medical opinion, she's dead.
Well, maybe I can carry her out of here, and we can take her to authorities who maybe could help.
Quint
Yes,
wants
someone
to
like
That
these
have
would be able
skills.
to afford a
Quint,
resurrection.
Quint wants to move over and say, "We do have a twin that went down this hallway. The
I'll
elven
grab the
twin."
face of the other one so we know what we're looking for. Takes out dagger.
Yeah, I think we should probably search this whole area and see if we can find these commoners too that were here, and maybe we can take them back as witnesses or
Yeah,
whatnot.
Quint's gonna look down this hallway and see if he can see any evidence, tracks, or the like of where this elf
All
went off
right.
to, half elf.
You take a look down the hallway, and you just see a couple of doors to the left and right, and then the hallway continues around a little corner up there. There's plenty of, scuff marks along the floor there that nothing specific that you can make out from them.
Why don't we stick together and I'll go explore around this area?
Oops.
And remember, some of them went south as well.
I've been tracking it in a combat tracker, but just so you're aware, I'm opening the hooded lantern, and it is the lantern of revealing. So anything invisible within 30 feet of us would be shown.
Okay.
Well, Quint's gonna move down and check out this door to the left.
All right. So you're gonna check out the door on the left. You should be able to click it and open it.
Does it appear to have
It is not locked.
any symbols or anything? Just checking. Just glancing at it. Standard type
Just
of
taking
door.
a quick glance at it, it looks like a standard door.
All right, so he'll
And hold on
creep
one
it open.
second. Inside, you see a commoner standing right there. He's kind of cowering by the bed, kind of right over there. And yeah, he seems absolutely freaked out. And when he sees you, he immediately points to the wall there on the south end towards the corner and says, he went that way. He went that way. Just leave me alone."
I nod at him and move over towards the corner he pointed to. Which
And
you said
there's
south corner?
Yeah, he kind of pointed in this direction.
So
And
Quint will move over and check the area out, see if there's a secret door.
There's a few beds here. There's the description doesn't make any sense. So yeah, there's a couple of beds here. It's kind of plush and nice. And in the center, kind of on this little table, that's one gripe I have with this module. So the description of the rooms don't match the image that they used. But on this kind of little table, there is a beautiful red crystal statue standing there in that there part of the on that little table there, and it depicts a sultry maiden in a suggestive pose.
Oh, they decorated for Christmas.
Santa Claus's wife.
Give me 1 second.
I mean, if I can make reindeer fly, I could definitely have a hot wife, right? Santa Claus.
And as you come into the room and head on over to there, we're going to have initiative as the red statue seems to come to life. It's the glass golem.
Well, it's a good thing I came down the hallway to make sure nobody could sneak out. Tokens aren't locked.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. You're just leaving Rosalind in a pile of smoke?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know her that well. I know these guys slightly better. They owe me stuff. Oh, dang. Yeah, I'm going to try to insult this golem. Tell him that he's, I don't know, low quality glass. Maybe he thought he was that fancy glowing glass, that radium glass or uranium glass, but he's actually just dirty glass.
And keep calling him a he, and it's a sultry maiden. Is that
Oh,
part
yeah.
of the insult?
No, sorry. I mean, no matter male or female, hideous beast. Ugh. That makes sense.
The golem completely ignores you.
Quint is going to do a trick shot with disadvantage on the golem with his bow. Oh, nice.
That's a hit.
And then he's going to move over here. Like jump off the couch, run across the top of the couch and kind of jump down into the corner.
Is that your magical longbow from Blink?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And pass his turn.
All right, Blink can't see anything, so he's gonna like kind of move around a little bit so he can see, and then he sees, this glass golem, and he's gonna shoot at it. -2.
Yeah. So close on the edges.
That's it.
All right. So, is there a picture of the golem? Yes. I don't have a picture of the way it's described, but this is what it looks like in the Tome of
Doesn't
Beasts.
look like a sultry maiden.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be red too. I couldn't find a red glass sultry maiden.
You can change the color on the Unity now, though, on the image.
Ah, right. I could have. That's a good point. That's another trick I picked up from the Joshua stuff, that every layer can have its own coloration, and that's crazy. All right. So this thing swipes out with a shard of glass, and it attacks the sickly commoner.
Poor sap. That's what he gets for being red in the combat tracker.
And he misses with that first one. and hits with the second as the commoner is just slashed to pieces. I mean, he just gets shredded up with broken glass embedded all in his chest.
All right, so I'm going to step forward and slash at this thing with my. So I'll reach forward toward the hook and flip it around, just jab into it with the pointy end.
All right. Swing by is just not quite enough to hit.
Alright, I am gonna move up. Maybe over here so I'm out of the way from my friends that might be shooting at. And
Do you bounce on the bed as you go? Boing,
yeah, I
boing.
do. And I'm gonna try to whack it with my axe.
All right. You swing with your axe and slash into it, and it takes some damage. Hold on. And as your axe hits it, glass kind of comes flying off of it, and
Grenade.
so both unnamed and Tarian, glass comes flying at you. We'll see who it hits. It does hit Tarian and misses the unnamed, who dodges out of the way as this giant shard of glass slices into Tarian, doing 8 points of damage.
Ow. That might make you mad.
No, I'm all angered out.
He can't get mad no more today. Sickly
Yes.
bleeds on his bed.
Sickly bleeds out.
I'm really just more mildly irritated.
Remove her for now. Tarian.
Alright, I didn't like that. I'm gonna try to slash at it again.
Ooh.
That's a hit. And you do some more damage. Unfortunately for it, it hasn't reset its reaction, so it can't do the glass shards at you anymore this time.
Unnamed.
All right, so I'm going to try to finish this thing off. Again, fail miserably.
Slip on some glass.
Got a little tiny shard of glass in your eye, and it's just bugging you. You
Oh,
can't
glass
see
in the
nothing.
eye. Oh.
And I'm going to slide back 10 feet.
All right. No attack of opportunity because it's already used its reaction. So the glass golem sees that it has a target right next to it, so he slashes out with his blades at Tarian, hitting him for a good 7 points of damage as you start bleeding really bad.
Yeah, this is beating me up.
All right. Blink is gonna line up this shot. He's seen this thing kind of like every time seems like somebody hits it, glass flies out and hurts his friends. So he's gonna line up the shot and then yell at Terry and get out of the way, get back. And he readies an action so that if Tyrion steps back, he's gonna shoot it.
Okay.
I think I will try to heal Tyrion.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna give him my last bardic inspiration of not before I sleep. Please kill that man, that glass wool man.
Quint.
Well, Quint looks over at Blink and whispers, "I'm gonna try to drop it, shatter it to smaller pieces. Not with that." Jesus.
Fortunately, you end up hitting the wall behind it.
Watch where that arrow goes. I need that back.
Last call.
I think that's
Oh,
my
pop
first
back.
miss of the night. Maybe.
Oh, sorry, I went too far, so I can't see him. There we go. Hello again. And did he use his reaction again? Sorry, I get confused.
He has not used his reaction this turn, no.
All right. I'm just gonna try to insult him again. So is Glass Golem like the worst golem because you're so fragile, or
Your mom was a Coke bottle. I don't know.
that's a better one? I
That
should have
was
said that;
great.
it would have worked.
I don't know if you're noticing, but it has advantage on all these saving throws for the spells you're casting.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't want him to explode. Sorry, I was just gonna get out of Blink's way.
Okay.
Same thing. Blink's not ready to just shoot this thing. While Tyrion's right next to it, so he continues to ready.
Okay. The golem will continue to attack Tyrion, slashing and getting blocked by Tyrion's big muscles, stopping him from doing any damage. Oop. Quint.
Quint is still trying to see if he can blast it off of the nightstand. I'm imagining it's still standing on the nightstand.
Yes, its feet haven't moved.
Ah!
And that is a hit.
No! Damn
As
it.
you critically damage it, but it does not explode. Tyrion.
Alright, I'm gonna try to whack it to pieces.
That's a hit. As you shatter this thing into a million pieces, now there's broken glass shards all over the floor. It's a really ugly mess with your bare halfling feet. You don't want to go walking around the floor too much.
I'll just jump on the bed.
All right, but we are out of combat.
And checking this corner still where the dead guy was pointing.
All right, so give me a perception check.
A 12.
Okay, you kind of search around, but you don't find anything. It looks kind of like a wall.
I can't find anything over here. I think he was lying. Is he alive? Wake him up. I pick his head up. It's all goopy and speak to me.
Slashed wide open with glass.
I think he was
Alright, well,
lying.
I'll take a look too, because,
All right,
think I
give me a perception check.
point.
Hold him and help me interrogate him.
Yes!
Give him the dead
I pick him up and shake him.
What?
Blink's turn.
You mean this wall? And I'm gonna use my point of inspiration.
All right.
Oh, I forgot about inspiration. Damn it.
I only rolled it once, so let me roll that again.
Yeah, roll that one more time. All right, a 15 is enough. You find that there is a button, on the wall, there's a nearby little button concealed as a small stone brick. And when you push that little button, a secret door pops open and you see a little hallway down there.
I won't be the first.
All right, Quint, now you see the hallway go and you see the back of another door here. It looks very similar to the door you just came through, like you're seeing the back of another secret door. Everybody, I guess except Last Cog, give me a perception check. All right, Tarian, you are the only one to notice that directly south of you, right there, is a secret door as well. This
Oh
one's
yeah, I'm
much
gonna
better
hit it.
hidden though. Right. This one is actually opened up by one of the floor flagstones is a disguised button. So you step on that and pop it open. And when you open it, you see an odd looking symbol inscribed on the ground. It's a faintly glowing circle of runes fills this small little room.
I have no idea though what that is, so I'm gonna move out of the way and see if somebody else might know what it is.
I can
Anyone?
kind of see it. Is this anything that I recognize or know what it might be?
Give me an Arcana check. Anyone who wants to attempt. All right. That was more than enough of an Arcana check to know it. This appears to be a one-way teleportation circle. And you get the impression that its destination is somewhere in the Temple District in Zobek.
I tell the party.
Let's go!
Has it been reached? Can you tell if it's been used recently?
It appears that it has.
I think
Oh my God, it's still warm.
I think our twin might have went this way. It's too warm. Do we want to follow?
Is this a teleportation circle we can use?
You don't know the command word, so you may not be able to trigger it. But you can tell that it's one way.
So if I just throw something random in there, like I don't know, I've got some meat from one of the previous quests that I still have, and I just like chuck it in there.
I thought you were going to say you got the meat from the commoner in this room that's all cut up.
Oh, the meat's all like rotten and stuff. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you toss some meat in and it doesn't go anywhere.
All
I
right,
don't-
I reach in and pick up my chunks of dried meat because
I don't think the maggots know the command word either. I'm going to try to open this door here.
Okay.
I feel a little
from the inside,
claustrophobic.
yeah, from the inside, it's plenty easy enough to open it up. And this is another one where the description doesn't match the artwork. A collection of torture devices decorates this lantern-lit chamber. 2 leather-padded pillories and an iron maiden accompany a table topped with 2 whips and a set of metal surgical tools. A human female wearing a mouse-like carnival mask leans against one of the pillories, giggling, while an elf-marked man in a panther mask stands beside her, cradling a black leather whip.
Oh, well, we probably didn't move in then.
Oh, sorry, don't mean to interrupt. Just keep going.
Mind if I cut in?
No king
And
shaming.
as soon as they see you, the lady screams and starts fighting against. She's at the pillory pretending to be tied up, and she starts yanking her arms free from the fake bondage gear that she's tied up with. And the man freaks out, and he steps up for a second and says, "Hey, you get out of here!"
No. I just stand there calmly staring at him.
Either you surrender or you will perish this evening.
He backs up. Hey, there's no call for violence. Just we,
We all look
what
around
are
the
you doing
room.
here?
We all look around the room. It's torture devices. There's no call for violence. We're like, what exactly does no call for violence in a room like this mean?
Um, we don't really belong here. We kind of just joined in recently. He starts
Joined.
explaining that him and the woman are actually married. Um, they are a middle-aged couple who recently joined this cult because they wanted to bring a little more excitement into their private lives.
Kinky.
Definitely.
All right, well, there was some serious stuff going on in the other room. You're gonna have to come with us, and we're gonna talk.
We don't know anything about
Yeah,
it.
no, you're
We've
coming
been
with
in
us.
here. Okay, just don't hurt us.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll tie you up. It seems like you like that.
I got to get back to my shop.
All right. Well, Quinn's gonna go and get the check on the female and bring her with us,
Okay.
and ask the halfling to follow. Tarian, would you mind carrying the body of the fallen
Yes,
woman?
I will carry her.
So I'll carry or help the female, the wounded female, and we'll kind of come this way and
Okay.
before we leave her out there by herself. We're just gonna bring
Alrighty.
you in this torture chamber and see how well you stay awake. I don't want to put her in the room with the glass shards all over the bed. That's probably not a good place.
Freak
So we'll
her out.
check this door here and see what's in there.
All right. So you take a look into that door, and inside the chamber is lined with pillowed divans and plush ottomans. A round bed adorns the center of the room, covered in satin sheets and feathered pillows.
This looks like a comfortable place to put her down. So I'll move over to the bed and set her down,
Okay.
and then check this door out over here.
It's a bed golem.
It's a bed mimic. The door is unlocked. You open it, and it appears to be like a storage closet. Um, it, if you search the room, you can see hanging up on the wall is a red, one crimson-colored robe, similar to what you saw the other people wearing. And also hanging from the wall are an assortment of Gothic carnival masks.
Were
I'll
any
tell
other
the
cultists in the other room wearing
I'll
masks?
tell the party what I saw in there.
They were not wearing masks, but they had them with them. Like everybody had a mask, they just weren't wearing it for that ceremony.
Are any of the masks kobolds?
No. They're Gothic. They're like gargoyles and other actual scary stuff.
Let's see what's up this way.
So is anybody searching that room or just the closet area? Just
Yeah, I'll search the room.
all
Since
right.
you suggested it.
The only additional thing that you find in there is in kind of one of the side dressers. There's an odd little marble sphere that seems to vibrate gently.
A
Hey
beam
guys, does
ball?
anyone know what this is?
I'll tell you
You've
when
never
you're
seen
old.
anything like you've never seen anything like it before.
All right, I want to take it.
All right, it's all dropped in the party sheet, and this is all from the module. I just stayed up front.
Stayed up front.
Oh my gosh, I just did a like vibrator.
It's a beam ball. So Quinn's gonna move over and see what's up with this door. Standard
All right.
looking door.
Hold on one second.
We left her on the bed and kind of closed the door.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm assuming, unless Unnamed's doing something to her while we're moving down the hallway. Uh-oh.
All right, so
The
this
music got
room
loud.
is empty. It does look as if people had been in here for some time. There's chains on the walls and stuff like that. So it does appear that this room may have been used to store people.
Manacles and such.
Yeah, manacles and such attached to the wall. And this one was locked, but the keys that the cultists had opened it. And this also has manacles and stuff all over the walls. And several sets of chains and shackles are affixed to the northern and western walls. It does look like there was signs of a struggle here recently. There's drops of blood drizzled all over the stone floor, and there's a few strands of blonde hair on one of the sets of manacles that you think kind of matches the hair of Rosalind.
We think she was kept in here. Last but not least,
Last but not least, hold on. In here, the chamber is lavishly decorated with silken crimson tapestries and unlit candles covers nearly every surface. A large circular bed covered in down pillows and silk sheets occupies the room's central area. A red crystal statue stands on the eastern wall depicting two lovers, a seductive courtesan and a handsome courtier entwined in a dance.
All right,
Dance?
I'm getting
those,
out of here. I know the last time that I was around one of these things.
I like how you jumped onto the image.
Yes,
How'd you do that?
magic. Where'd it go? All right, so you close the door. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was supposed to reveal this. You do see one of the commoners in there as well.
I yell at him. What's through that door?
He looks scared and says, "That's where Bob went."
Somebody's got to go open it.
All right. Bob. Oh, dang it. I got tricked.
Last call.
Well, I'm going to shriek like a bird would and try to attack this glass golem.
Sky high.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but it's a sky high glass column. Maybe it's a bong.
So yeah, it's a high school for
And without looking, I'm going to duck
superhero
into this
kids.
closet in a panic. Or what
All
is
right.
apparently not a closet, but I'm just going to go, ah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Because as soon as you open the door, you see there is a commoner standing right there, kind of fat, and he's trying to hide behind the door.
He's got a
Get out
name
of my
tag
way,
on.
Bob.
Bob.
He doesn't stop you from going, so if you do want to do your movement, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Don't
through
impede you.
and then like actually grab him by the shoulders and hold him in front of me.
Okay. He starts looking around like, what?
I'm just gonna say, guys, let's get out of there. Do we really need to fight this thing?
Quint's gonna. I don't know if he can. It doesn't have any clothes on or anything. He's going to try to do another trick shot on it. Since there's no one around it to blast. Let's see. Disadvantage. Twang. Oh!
Twang and missed.
Almost was in it ducks. And it ducks. And then Quint's gonna like move over here. I don't know. Nameless is still in there. Or the unnamed or whatever his name.
Whatever his name is.
I'm going to step out.
All right.
And toss shuriken for good measure as I'm stepping out.
I like the big round bed that they didn't draw in. Remember? They went through their assets and went, we don't have a round bed. We'll just throw a bed in there.
I think it was more they went through their assets and said, here's a map.
Yeah. Here's a map.
Let's make up some
We already-
descriptions for the rooms.
We already did the descriptions, but here's a map after the fact.
Yeah, it's like they randomly picked a map and just said, it's got to have like 12 rooms. All right, that's good enough.
And then I'm going to slide to the side and sort of wait, see what happens.
Okay.
But Arian's the one that's standing outside going, uh-oh.
You done?
Pass your turn.
Unnamed?
Done.
All right. And so the golem kind of looks around the room for a second, jumps down off the little table, and begins walking, takes a step here, and takes a swipe at the commoner. Slaughtering the commoner, and then coming down here to the door.
We're all like, that's what you get for leaving one of those golems in your room.
Right? Why are these even a thing, guys?
Blink can see this guy now. He'll take a shot at him.
All right. It partially resisted that, so it didn't take all the damage.
Negative
this guy's dead.
legwork.
He's cut to ribbons.
Obscenely robust. Bob.
This guy is freaked out because he saw the golem has been activated, And so he tries to fight off Lascaw and attempt to move. And so the golem will actually make an attack of opportunity against it and hit him, slicing right across his back and dropping the commoner dead on the ground.
Are there more commoners we can feed this thing?
All right.
And with that, we are right on top of the hour, so we will go ahead and stop here today.
Cool.
All right.
Excellent. Good times. Fun, fun, fun. It was a good time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So is there
Appreciate all your
somebody
hard
we
work.
want to... Let's go raid somebody. Let's go raid Rob. Let's go raid Rob Tui.
Our next Empire game is in January, right?
I don't know why we're not playing at Christmas.
Right.
January 8th, I believe, is our next scheduled game for
Yeah.
Empire.
Yeah, and then we play one more Jungles of Chult, and then not again until like the 18th or something, or 17th.
15th, yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody, say goodbye to the stream. We're going to go raid Rob Tui, one of our fellow tabletop RPG networks. Tomorrow night we'll be on his stream with Icewind Dale, call from Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. And if you guys want to catch us over there, you can check out his stream and stuff. Sunday I will be doing Against the Giants, and then back here on Friday with Jungles of Chult. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. See ya. Bye.
John, I have a question for you before you go.
Mm-hmm.